the 7 deadly sins, and the fallen angels. Heavenly angels and fallen angels are locked in an eternal strife of good versus evil, with the influence of humanity in the middle. While humanity is capable of being influenced with acts of kindness and goodness, the same can be said with the other side. So when it comes to spiritual teachings, the concept of the 7 deadly sins is widely recognized. These 7 sins, pride, greed, wrath, envy, lust, gluttony, and sloth, are believed to be the fundamental vices that lead to further immoralities. Each sin has traditionally been associated with a fallen angel, embodying their particular vice. Here we will discuss these sins and the fallen angels associated with them. Number 1. Pride and Lucifer. Pride is often considered the most serious of the 7 deadly sins, and it is associated with Lucifer, also known as the devil or Satan. Lucifer was once one of God's most beautiful angels, but he was cast out of heaven due to his pride and desire to be equal to God. His pride led to his downfall, hence the association with this sin. Number 2. Greed and Mammon. The sin of greed or avarice is linked to the fallen angel Mammon. In the New Testament of the Bible, Mammon is often associated with the materialistic worship of money and possessions. The sin of greed refers to the excessive desire and pursuit of wealth and power. Number 3. Wrath and Satan. Satan is associated with the sin of wrath, which represents uncontrolled feelings of anger, rage, and even hatred. Wrath can manifest in different ways, including impatience, revenge, and self-destructive behavior. Number 4. Envy and Leviathan. The sin of envy is linked to the fallen angel, Leviathan. In biblical usage, Leviathan is often seen as a demon associated with envy, jealousy, and covetousness. Envy represents a desire for others' traits, status, abilities, or situation. Number 5. Lust and Asmodus. Asmodus, a king of demons in Jewish and Christian mythology, is associated with the sin of lust. Lust is typically associated with intense or uncontrolled sexual desires, but it can also relate to an overwhelming desire or craving for anything. Number 6. Gluttony and Beelzebub. Beelzebub, often identified with Satan, is also associated with the sin of gluttony. In Christian demonology, Beelzebub is one of the 7 princes of hell and is often linked with the insatiable consumption or overindulgence of food or drink. Number 7. Sloth and Bagore. The fallen angel Bagore is associated with the sin of sloth. Sloth represents a lack of physical or spiritual effort, leading to failure to use one's talents and gifts. It can also signify a lack of care for others and neglect of duty. These fallen angels are seen as representations of the 7 deadly sins and are used as a warning against succumbing to these vices. The association between these angels and sins serves as a reminder of the potential consequences of turning away from virtue and embracing sin. However, just as these sins have their counterparts, the virtues of humility, charity, patience, kindness, chastity, temperance, and diligence serve as the path towards goodness and spiritual growth. Turning to heavenly angels for guidance will help us walk a path of goodness and avoid the path of the 7 deadly sins.